The story begins with Jonathan Shale, a skilled ex-soldier and mercenary. After finishing a mission, he and his team find out it is illegal. They are discharged and go their separate ways. Jobless, Shale returns to Miami to rest and plan his future. Meanwhile, in Miami, teacher Jane Hetzko is dedicated to helping her students. But peace is shattered when a violent fight breaks out. It is a planned attack. Jane and Mr. Sherman step in to stop it. The student they save insists he doesn't need help. Jane then confronts Juan Lucas, who starts the fight. He is not just a student, he leads a gang called Kings of Destruction, or KOD for short. Jane tries to talk to him kindly, but Juan responds with threats. Jane and Mr. Sherman report him to Principal Rowe, but he refuses to act due to lack of proof. Frustrated, Jane decides to find the evidence herself. After school, as Jane walks to her car, she is surrounded by KOD gang members. Someone jams her car lock with gum, making it hard to get in. The gang taunts her, and Juan makes a rude gesture, but Jane stands her ground and responds boldly. She finally gets into her car and drives off, ignoring their insults.
At home, she is relieved to see Shale waiting. They hug, happy to be reunited. Shale tells her he has been discharged from the military, and they talk about his future. Soon, Shale gets a voicemail from an old teammate offering a job. They meet at a strip club where Joey, a trusted friend, encourages him to accept. Joey introduces him to a client and a rival, John Janis, who later tries to kill Shale. But when Shale learns the job is about protecting drug shipments from gangs and agents, he refuses, making it clear he is a soldier, not a criminal. The next morning, Jane is attacked by a KOD gang member during her jog, injuring her knee. Shale rushes her to the hospital. As Jane recovers, she tells Shale that she thinks the attack was planned and that someone from the school is involved. She asks him to step in for her during her absence. Shale agrees, promising to keep her safe and get to the bottom of it. He goes undercover as a teacher named James Smith. Hired on a trial basis, he begins his mission to find Jane's attacker and expose the school's corruption. Before we find out what dangers and surprises await her, hit the subscribe button and join the adventure. On his first day, Shale enters a chaotic classroom, but stays calm and takes attendance. He quickly notices the students lack discipline and interest. In the teacher's lounge, he meets Mr. Sherman and the librarian, Hannah. Sherman warns him about the gang's hidden control over the school. Hannah suspects the KOD gang, led by Juan Lucas, is behind Jane's attack, and hints Principal Rowe might be involved. Sherman disagrees, but Shale remains suspicious. Later, in a private talk, Shale notices Rowe's expensive watch and senses something is not right. Rowe dismisses it as a gift and hints that power matters more than justice, deepening Shale's doubts. That night, Shale calls his old team to set up hidden cameras and gather evidence. Most agree to help. The next day, during class, a student throws a can at Shale. He catches it and throws it back, then stops the student with one move. When another refuses to hand over a weapon, Shale forces him to drop it. The class goes silent. From then on, he has their respect. Ty and Rodriguez report Shale to Principal Rowe, who sends security to check, but the class is calm, so Rowe decides to wait. Later, Juan tries to threaten Shale during class, but Shale stays calm and doesn't react. That day, Shale reviews hidden camera footage and sees Rowe approaching. Rowe warns him about student complaints and suggests he apologize. Shale reminds him of the legal process for firing a teacher, which unsettles Rowe. A background check reveals nothing, thanks to Shale's fake records. Later, Shale takes Jane home. Inside, she finds a heartfelt letter from students wishing her a speedy recovery. Touched, she breaks down in tears. Though Shale tries to comfort her, emotions lead to a tense but brief argument. In spite of that, their bond and commitment to their mission remains strong. The next morning, Juan and his gang arrive late to provoke Shale. He calmly tells Juan to write an apology 100 times. Juan makes a subtle threat, but Shale ignores it and shifts focus to a meaningful class discussion. The students begin to reflect and engage. After class, Rowe praises Shale and asks to meet later. But behind the scenes, he is secretly plotting with Juan to kill Shale. Unaware, their plan is caught on hidden cameras. That night, Shale wears a bulletproof vest and hides in the library. When Juan and armed thugs break in, Shale uses his military skills to fight them off. After taking down Juan, a gang member shoots him. Believing he is dead, they target the librarian. But Shale gets back up, stops the shooter, and tosses him out the window. Juan is stunned. Outside, Roe runs into Shale, shocked to see him alive. Shale stays calm, and both men hide their true thoughts. Meanwhile, Sherman visits Jane and begins to suspect Mr. Smith is actually Shale. Jane later confirms this after confronting Shale, who admits everything and vows to stop Roe and the gang. Joey, tracking KOD, sends Shale Juan's location. That night, they swap cars to avoid being followed. Later, Joey calls Shale to the docks where a drug deal is going down. Shale attacks the gang while Joey handles the buyers. During the chaos, Holland orders Bull to fight Shale, but Shale wins. Seeing his strength, the team joins him. They seize the money and dump the drugs into the sea. The next morning, Rose sees the drug bust on the news and gets a threatening call from the drug boss. He confronts Juan and realizes Shale is responsible. Shale proudly admits it, saying the money is used to improve the school and buy pizza. Roe fires him on the spot, declaring, "You don't teach history anymore, Shale. You are history." But Shale still has the support of the students and Mr. Sherman, who offers to help. But Shale warns him to be cautious, suspecting Roe's involvement with the gang. Sherman, loyal to Roe, doesn't see the truth. That night, KOD and their allies attack. Sherman, gathering proof in the basement, is ambushed and killed by Juan and Roe. A student witnesses it and informs Shale and the police. By morning, Roe spreads false news that Shale is dead, causing panic. But Shale returns alive, proving the fight is not over. Shale exposes Wilson as a gang supporter, revealing deeper corruption. Meanwhile, KOD attacks Jane's home. A student who witnesses Sherman's murder comes to confess, but is taken hostage by Juan. When Shale arrives, unaware of his true identity, they let him in and eventually overpower him. Juan exposes him and gets orders to kill him. Just as Juan is about to shoot, the landlady rings the bell. While Jane distracts her and convinces her to leave, Shale sees an opportunity and stabs the man standing next to him in the leg and fights off most of the gang members. But he can't reach Jane in time. Chaos breaks out and Juan points a gun at Jane's head, demanding that Shale drop his weapon if he wants to save her. With no other option, Shale drops his gun. Just then, a student fires a shot, hitting Juan and knocking the weapon from his hand. With the gang weakened, Shale prepares for the final battle. A fierce fight breaks out at school, turning classrooms into battlegrounds. Shale's team takes down key gang members, though some are killed. Amidst the chaos, Roe shoots Holland and waits to ambush Shale. In a brutal fight, Shale is wounded but holds his ground. Just as Roe seems to win, Holland intervenes and saves him. In their final showdown, Roe asks why Shale does all this. Shale replies, "Some lessons can't be taught," and delivers the final blow. Afterwards, Shale finds Joey injured, but alive. With the gang and Roe gone, the school finally begins to heal. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves a good adventure.